opportunity to be able to see you guys. For mercy and grace and all of that I don't deserve, but I'm trying to do better to appreciate it and to do what your heavenly wants me to do more than anybody else wants me to do, including myself first and foremost. So I hope you guys, if you don't feel the same way, then it's okay. Then you know how I feel. And also how I feel about this job I've been at for almost 35 years. At this point in March, which is kind of crazy because I'm going to end my career pretty much, I'm just a guy like perfection, right? Can't help it. I made this in my career at the same time that I became employed. March 28th, 1988, I became employed with a company called SEPTA, the Southeastern Transportation Authority. And it was crazy because I was actually, let me tell the story. I was actually, I got the Navy. I got the Navy in 82, right? So now we're 6 years from me starting the SEPTA. I got the Navy in 82. I didn't know what I was going to do. I got the Navy. In fact, it was at the time where Reagan had fired everybody at the airport. So I thought, hey, I got the Navy, man. I was supposed to be going to another station, but it didn't work out. For whatever crazy reason that was when I was in the Navy. That didn't work out. So I said, well, I'll get a job down at the airport doing something. I mean, I worked on airplanes and whatsoever. I mean, I worked on jets and things like that, you know what I mean? So I figured maybe I get a job done. It don't matter. I get a job at the airport because I just came out the Navy and I was part of the aircraft squadron for 3 years, right? VA 146, Blue Diamonds, Lemoore, California, 93245. Bars, USS Constellation, 3 years, 3 Westpacks. I did my time. I joined the service and did my time in the service. I gave it 3 years of my life, putting my life on the line on an aircraft carrier, floating around with jets in the middle of the Indian Ocean. 3 years. Not straight. 1 year, took a break. Another year, took a break. But Iran crisis, when they kidnapped the hostages, all that stuff. This is what I did, right? And, you know, I got out the Navy and I'm like, yo, what am I going to do? So I started working at this place called All Right Parking. Somewhere within that 6 year period, I started working at a place called All Right Parking. And I was just parking cars down at 15th and Vine when Hahnemann was there. I was parking cars, a place called All Right Parking. You know, they had me go different places depending on where I was, you know. But it's just park cars, man, which is kind of fun because you got to drive like Porsches. You got to drive them doctors' Porsches because it was all valet. Bam, they give you the ticket, give them the keys, you park the car. I'm in Porsches, all kinds of stuff. So I had a good time doing that, man. But it came a time that wasn't going to pay the bills. So I left that gig. I got tired of going. I was riding my bike every day. I was kind of slim. I'm about the same size I am now. When I got the Navy, I was 195. I'm 198 now. So we went from 1982 to now, doggone, 2022. Duh. And now I'm finally at the weight I was when I got out the Navy. Ain't that crazy? I told you I like perfection. So I'm not perfect. I'm nowhere near perfect, but I like perfection. The 7's all in my birthday. I was born in the 7th month. My birthday is the 18th. 8 minus 1 is 7. And the year was 61, which gives me 6 plus 1 is 7. I just strive for perfection, no matter what I do. So, and if I won't do anything unless I know I can be good at it. I'm going to do something because I'm trying to fake the game, like some people I do at my job. Managers. And, you know, but I'll just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I won't jump into something I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to know what I'm doing when I jump into it. So, we'll talk about that in a few. So yeah, then I quit. I quit. I don't know why I quit. I kind of just stopped going. I guess you call it quit. I mean, I wasn't making no money at All Right Parking. I enjoyed parking cars on this stuff in the rain, snow, sleet. But I ain't gonna get a career. So I went down for unemployment. And when I got down there's a guy named Dom. I think his name was Dom. And I walked in, and there was like some people standing by this door. There's a door back in the back. So here's the line for you to unemployment, you know, are you looking for work? Yes, I am. What have you looked at? And then either it was a female or a dude said, yo, you want to work for SEPTA? I'm like, yeah. Now, I think in between that time, I applied for PICO, but I couldn't pass a psychological test. That's the test that they give you. They give you one question, like the post office just did me. I could be working for the post office by now. Actually, right now, I could be working at the post office right now, by the way, in Virginia, if I wanted to, but it's just not that time. So I had to take that same kind of test. They ask you one question, then throughout the test, maybe like 90 questions, whatever, they're going to ask you that question in a different way, maybe 4 times. That's what I had to go through with USPS. So when I saw that kind of structure going on with the questionnaire, I'm like, oh, that's the same thing I went through with Pico. Well, Pico didn't hire me. So I didn't get with Pico. I was there, though. I got referred to Pico, but I didn't get hired because I think I didn't pass the psychological test. Everything else, I was cool. Military, bam, 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 blah, blah. I was good to go. You know what I mean? I wasn't a troublemaker. So at this point, I want to work for something. Went there, bam, started on. Yo, when can you start? Oh, I can start, blah, 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 blah. So then I supposed to really started in either January or February, but I didn't quite have myself together. You know what I mean? I was smoking weed. You know what I mean? I was smoking weed, and I don't know whether I was snorting or not. I know I was smoking weed like a mug, though, because my who ended up being my wife. We're not married anymore, but my significant other / wife, man, that's all we used to do is smoke weed. Roaches all in the windowsill. Come home. Light up that roach, man. Roach, listen to music, man. We both like music. Of course, I was a musician whatsoever. She liked music because she liked music. In fact, she was a musician too. She was a trombone player, and I was, I do what I do now. Music production, play guitar, this stuff. So man, I figured let me clean myself out before I had to take that test. So I said, well, look, I can't come in January or February. I said March. I think I'll be cool. It's all right, cool. Mr. Holloman, report March 28th. Blah, 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 blah. You do what you got to do. I didn't know what it was going to do. I didn't know to take a test, whatever. I knew it was probably going to be a drug test, though. So I said, all right, cool. So March 28th, I'm hired. You know what I mean? Even before that, I mean, I had to do something between when I first applied and when I first started working at Luzerne, driving the 23 trolley. I was part of the 23, 56. The 60 was getting ready to transfer over to bus at the time, transition. And I lived on Allegheny Avenue. I lived on Fox Street, Fox and Allegheny, you know what I mean, which is really Justin and Fox. But I lived right down the block from Allegheny. So I was hoping I'd get a job at Allegheny, but I didn't. They sent me to freaking Luzerne driving trolleys. I was going to be driving bus out of Allegheny. But things happen for a reason, right? So, bam, driving. 56, 23, then we went to the 60 one time because they were short on people and they had to, we had at one time, well, when they knew they were going to transition the 23 and the 56 over the bus, they had to give us our CDL. So they taught us how to drive, bus and all that stuff, and I ended up my CDL. I should have kept that CDL now, right? Well, then again, I don't want to drive, man. That's not my thing. So anyway, I got to finish the story about 10:15. Got to take my Amari boots to get these joints stretched, man. $700 for some boots I can't even wear for a half hour. I like Amari boots, though. Those joints are hot. Big Tims. Anyway, so I went over to 60, did the 60 on bus. I think I did the 53 one time, too. Yeah, I drove the 53, too. So it was the 23, 56, 53, and 60. Those are the rail lines, the trolley lines. So end up, they went the bus. So we, they teach you how to drive a bus. So we get ready for the 23 transition, the 56 transition, right? So bam, driving bus, having fun. I really enjoyed it. 4 years I was there. I was there from 88 to 92. Then I got tired of being on the street. Went to Market Frankfurt elevated. All right. I like driving the L. That was cool too, man. Had fun, man. That's when we had one person motored, another person opened the doors. I ain't had no clout to do the motor unless somebody had a day off. I got the motor. Most of the time I was working back there, working the doors. So did that for 2 years. And then after that, I went to Fern Rock, Broad Street Sub. And man, I was digging it because the honeys, man. Oh, the women, what? Bars. At the time, man, I mean, it's really crazy now. Back then, what we thought was crazy doesn't compare. It's 2 times T-Mobile, 5G crazy now. I don't know what the math is on that. Compared to when I was motoring, I think I motored from 92. Came in 94. I motored from 94 to I think 2002. And out there I came through the yard where I'm working at now, where I'm employed at now. Since then. So, I've been in the yard. I had to be there before 2002 though. Because 2022 now, I've been there more than 20 years. How my math is, maybe I started a different time. So, and when we was in the yard, it's like you got all the garbage work. Now it's totally different. Now it's just crazy, whatever it is. Now garbage work means that nobody want to work midnights. When we came there, we went from working either day or late, driving trains, and now you working overnight, midnight, man. And me and my man always talk about it. Me and my man B. Well, I talk about, man, when we came over here, man, we had garbage runs. Now we got people coming over that bad boy getting good runs that you couldn't even touch when we got there. You couldn't touch some runs when we got there for years until finally the people retired. You could never touch them runs. Now we got people who got three weeks on the job touching them runs. Go to show you how the culture has changed, right? I am where I am. I'm safe where I am. I work by myself. I like being by myself. I'm not a loner. Y'all know I'm a performer. I'm far from being a loner. I can't be a loner and be a performer. If y'all check my video on Facebook, look at my videos here. I perform in front of people all the time. Whether I'm doing my own shows, my own open mics, whatever, I'm a performer. I'm far from being a loner. But when it comes to this freaking job, you best off be a loner. And I'm happy because I still have my job. And what's really messed up is I got a great friend of mine. I got 2, 3, maybe 4 great friends. I had people who used to be my friends, and we're not as friends as we used to. It is kind of weird, right? You know, over bull crap, but it don't make a difference. So I got 3 great friends. They're managers, right? Pretty much. Great friends. Actually 4. I ain't seen my man in a while. So he kind of fell off a little bit, you know what I mean? But a friend is a friend. Friend is somebody you can call on when you know you're going through something, they're there for you. That's a friend. We ain't talking about dead, oh man, no, we talking about somebody, you get a little issue, yeah, whatever, you can talk to them, whatever. Those are my true friends. One of my friends had to recently retire because of a freaking manager who was going freaking ballistic. This guy had no time. This guy is nowhere near had the time. Forced my man, my second brother from another mother, to freaking retire from a job that he only had maybe 5 years left. And he had to retire because he said if I didn't retire, I was going to get fired. Well, that's the culture of where I work at right now. Not just accept as a whole. I'm not sure what other people are going through, but where I'm at, but let me tell you, I refuse to be a quitter because I've never been a quitter. I haven't quit in my music career. That's why I still have my business. I don't care whether nobody buy my music or not. I'm never going to quit. You can't unlearn me playing guitar. You can't unlearn me playing bass, keyboards, drums, singing. Well, singing, I need to stop. But you can't unlearn that from me. So I'm going to forever do that until my eyes close for the last time in my life. I don't have to be a accepted employee. That's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Okay? So when they forced my man to retire, I mean, this culture is really getting bad, man. These people who want to be people of power. And you know how people, this is how you tell people who ain't used to having no power. They probably ain't got no power no place else. So they come to this particular place and try to use power as a way to get power. When in their personal life, they probably have chaos, all kinds of stuff happening. They have no power there. So they come here to put their power upon us who don't care about their freaking home life or the freaking power you're trying to exude. This is how you find out. When it was peons, everything used to be the. When they become managers, everything become my. And it's amazing. It's amazing. People will buck to the top to do anything. They'll sell their souls at this job to get to the top. If they got to sell a friend down the road to get to the top, they'll do it. But they're hypocrites. There's a lot of hypocrites in management. There's hypocrites in the ranks. There's a lot of hypocrites. It's like, I can do this, but you can't. I can do this, but you can't. Some of the managers that I know used to be troublemakers. And now they're managers. There's only 3 guys, no 2. I only know 2 managers that I know. 3 managers, I'm sorry, 3. I ain't gonna name their names. 3 managers that I know. One is really a high manager now, and we still hang out, we still chill. You know, we still blah, 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 blah. He does what he do on the side. He didn't let management, even though he's a really top position, he didn't let management take him and throw him all over the place and let him walk around like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Because some guys did. In his same position, some guys did walk around with a heart on all day. Because there ain't many females that's in their position that he's in. So, and that's all they did all day, just trying to find something. Some guys was cool. Somebody just left you alone, man. Go ahead, man. It's cool. Had some really nice guys, man. I can do initials, but I'm not going to say anything. They became really big managers, and all they want to do is get their paper and leave. Not now. You thinking managers? They ain't thinking about getting no paper. They thinking about getting power. Because they don't have no power within themselves. So I'm saying. So now, that's perfect example. Now we'll go into like circumstances now. We'll go to issues. Main issue is boots. Okay, so in that job, you gotta wear a boot that at least has a heel, right? True? You gotta wear a boot with a heel. Now, I bought these beautiful beige joints to go with my beige hoodie. Yeah, really, I just bought this beige hoodie 2 days ago. Made by the company All Saints. Y'all know about that. Gonna cost you a little bit of money, but it feels awesome. You can tell the difference between expensive clothes that cost like $200-300, jackets and stuff like that, and when you used to wearing thrift store clothes. Right? Why you wearing thrift store clothes? Yeah, but hey, it was the yard. I'm there, but I realized I'm there 8 hours a day. Why should I be sitting around in clothes as freaking jeans rubbing up my skin, man? It's hard, man. I wear Paige jeans. I wear freaking AGs now. I'm wearing Joes now. I mean? I'm wearing them butter jeans now when I go to work. You wearing $200 jeans to work? Yeah, because I want to feel good while I'm there 8 hours. I'm not even in my crib 8 hours. Shoot, it's 8 hours at the gig. I get home, I got to do some things. I'm in the bed. I was in the bed at freaking 9 o'clock last night. They ain't spend no time. I get up in the morning and do this. This don't count. This is preparation for work. So I can't even count this as being in my house, enjoying my place, enjoying my studio. I don't know, last time I ain't been back to the studio. I mean, I did go back there to get ready to set up a session. Just to let you know. Again, yeah, a keyboard right there. Yeah, because I do other things besides go work at freaking where I work at. I got this I do. Not many people can say they got anything outside of what they do. And that's why they got the attitude that they have. And that's why they do what they do. That's why they do what they do. They don't have nothing else. They have nothing else to do. They have nothing else to do but come to a freaking job and just make it jacked up for other people. So when my man had to retire, he was like, man, I got to retire. I'm going to be fired. He bounced. I'm too close to retirement to let somebody make me bounce. Had a freaking coworker want to fight me. Dude, I'm about to get in a fight with you, and I'm about to retire. I'm about to fight. Come on, man. See, this is the culture, right? So again, back to these boots. You gotta wear boots with a heel. Now I got Timbs, but the Timbs I got are flat Timbs. They flat. But I mean, I get my job done. No, man. Well, and then you turn around and look at what they got on their feet. Not Timbs, but they got flat soles. I'm like, well, what kind of shoes you got on? You harassing me for the shoes I got on, and I ain't got on the boots that you want me to wear. Now I got some freaking boots, and now look at what you wearing. I said, so what's up? How's the day? I was the manager. Me and him used to be cool too. We ain't as cool as we used to be, because I'm like hypocrites. So it's like, all right, cool. I said, what you got on right there, cuz? They ain't no Johnson and Murphy's. At least could have been that. Like some freaking floor shines or something like that. Where the heel at on them joints? This is a manager. Where the heels at? Oh, you're a manager. You ain't got to wear heels. The hypocrisy of jobs. Now, you may have an employer that's the same way. Everything is cool for some or them, but it's not cool for you. See, it goes all across the board because if you work where we work at, everybody is exposed to the same hazards. That means if I got to wear a boot with heel, then the manager's got to wear a boot with heel. The mechanics got to wear a boot with heel. The cleaners got to wear boots with heel. And some do and some don't. But when it comes to Roger, so I went and bought some more. I got a raggedy pair in the car. I got a couple pair over there. I just don't like wearing them because I can't fashion them and flash with them. I don't like going to work looking like a bum, right? And I ain't wearing no freaking vest shirts and all that craziness. I got stuff to do after work. When I leave work, I might want to go sing. I might want to go play. I might want to watch somebody play. No. When I leave work, I'm going to do something else in my life. That's how I roll, right? So let's get back to it. So we got two stages of management. We got good friends of mine who became super managers. Guy I know been working there for 48 years, 45 years. He came into management and I went to the Navy. He's still there. Another one of his friends was my friend. He finally retired. They didn't worry about no power. They were doing things that didn't require any power. And even if they did have to exude power, they wasn't crazy about having no power, about writing people up and all that stuff. If you would, here's the thing, managers understand, you're in management to lead, to make your employees better. You're not in management to try to always find a way to make it hard for the employees because they don't want to work for you. It's really dumb. It's dumb. And the place where I work at, they're so busy trying to do this and do that and want to say thank you at the same time when you're messing up like a mug. You know how many times I got something from a manager to do and it was jacked up? And if I had did it the way they did it, it would have been jacked up. That's why I work by myself, right? So I take all onus. And anything I do by working by myself, I gotta take onus because I'm the only one working, unless somebody do something outside of the pocket, where I've done something and all of a sudden it got rearranged because somebody else then came through my work. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, I work solo, man. I don't need to work with people, man. I work with people enough when I'm doing my music. And those are people that I really dig. I want to entertain them. I want to be there. People I work at my job don't care about me being an entertainer. And I don't push it on them either. I do not walk around my gig to my man, I wish you would buy a CD. Oh, can you do this? I could put pamphlets up. I could put anything up. Come to my show or something. I don't even worry about it no more. It ain't even worth it because I know what the culture's about, right? I know how they work. I've been at that gig for 34 plus years. March should be 35, right? I know how they work. I got my people who still come out and see me sing. My boy came out the other night with his girl. With his fiance, no, it's not his girl, with his woman, his significant other, and came out and heard me sing at a spot right up the street. I got some people come from Relish. My man, he retired though. My man Rich, I gotta mention Rich because he retired. He come out to Relish and hear me sing. See, I still got people who really care about what I do, even outside of the Scepter, because I don't walk around bragging about freaking Scepter. Unless people ask me, I'm like, yeah, I work for Scepter. You know, just telling my story before I sing or something like that. And I only do that to let people know you can work at a job for 34 plus years and you can still pursue a thing that you like to do. This is not my passion. It's my passion. For real, I wouldn't be working for something that was a passion. I know dudes who do it for passion because they do it dang near every day. I don't do it every day. I got a studio sitting back here, man. I ain't wrote a freaking song in probably about 4 or 5 months. But I'm starting to think about working on a new album now because I'm meeting a lot more musicians while I'm out performing, and I'm meeting a lot more musicians who want to be involved in my music. So, you know, that's going to be something that I want to do before I leave to go to Virginia. Heaven willing that I go to Virginia, you know. But my whole thing about going to Virginia is to find a whole new group of people. I won't be working a job. I can do the thing as long as I want, as long as heaven permits, as long as my health permits, as long as me staying out of trouble, whatever it is, and staying out of other people's way, because it's crazy. It's crazy around here that I can pursue that. It's not a dream. A dream is something that you do all the time. I was able, and I might not be a big time guy because I worked at a job and still working for a job at 34 plus years. And I've still been playing music since I was 13, 14 years old. I've been playing guitar and whatever. I put my first album out in 88, right? I worked with Jill. You know what I mean? I worked at Hidden Beach, Boys and Men. I did some technical stuff for. I've written for other artists. I've done a lot of things in the music business. And I'm a Grammy member. Gotta always remember that. Gotta remember that. I'm a Grammy member. So with all that being said, it's like, yo, I could have left Scepter a long time ago. If I would have pursued that, I'll be somewhere else. But again, I don't want to be under control of a record label. So I started my own record label. Who's in your record label? Me. That's it. But I'm not out there like that. I don't have time to work at a job for 8 hours a day and have people in the studio cutting tracks and working on tracks. I don't have time for that. If that, I wouldn't be working for Scepter. But what I will have, heaven willing, is a pension. And the next year I have Social Security. Social Security? Yeah, Social Security. Yep. So I was thinking about waiting till I got my Social Security, then leaving at 62. I said, no, I'm going to leave early, put in for my Social Security, play around a little bit after retirement, enjoy myself, and then bam, Social Security, and then I'm out doing music, man, heaven willing. You know what I mean? With some really good musical people down in Virginia, or wherever I need to be. I might have to come to New York from time to time and do some tracks. I might have to play guitar on somebody's song. I've done that too. I've done a lot. But what I don't do is go to work trying to make people do stuff they don't want to do and be hypocritical about what I say to people. Yesterday, I was doing a certain function. I got to go pretty soon. I do a certain function, right, which requires me to check on trains, right? My job is just to go and check on trains during the weekday. Go check on trains, make sure they're good for service. Then the afternoon service, they're good, and even the evening service pullouts, they're good. The doors work, whatever, whatever. Ba-da-da-da-da. If I got a problem, yo, man, these doors not working. Yo, the joint ain't open. Yo, they got a crack in the window. But I do that. That's all I do. I check trains. I do it by myself, but I need help sometimes because some people don't try to help me, try to make my job harder on me by not doing things they're supposed to do. That would make it a little bit easier for me. But don't make a difference. I'll still do my job. I still got to do what I got to do, right? I do it, bam, bam, bam. I might miss something. I'm older. I might miss something one day. I might, yo, man, you know that joint had a cracked window in it before. Oh, I'm sorry, man, I ain't see it. I'm not perfect. Even though 7th month of the year, right? Birthday is 8/18, 8 minus 1. Born 61, 6 plus 1. 777. I should be perfect, but I'm not. So therefore, sometimes things sit by me like it sit by other people. But I'm not afraid to do that job because I know the onus is only going to be on me. In the long run, the onus is only going to be on me. Well, Rod, why don't you be a manager? Because I don't have any kids, and I don't need any kids. And it's not because I'm calling coworkers kids. Well, I'm saying, but your job is to make sure people do this and motivate people to do better. Not in this culture of management. This management here doesn't encourage you to do anything except watch your back. That's why my man had to retire from being a manager because of another wannabe manager who came in to be manager. That's the culture of my employment right now, which is kind of crazy. So timing is perfect. Heavenly got perfect timing for me. And if you really believe, then he'll have perfect timing for you. Other than that, you're just going to be a pain in everybody's behind every time you show up. With your little nasty mouth, cussing and fussing all the time, and all that stuff you do. You know what I mean? People using profanity in front of, yo, dog, you don't know me like that. You can't be cussing in front of me like that, dog. You know, but I ain't going to lose my job over. I'm just going to cut you off. Don't say nothing to me no more. If you can't talk to me in a way that you talk to your other Negroes, then you go talk to them. When you're ready to talk to me, you got a bit of sense and you're not using cuss words and you're not profane and your mind ain't dirty and your heart ain't dark, then you come and holler at me. But if you're just a dark person, always did that, don't ain't talk to me, dog. Nobody talking. They respect me for that. All my friends know that they don't use profanity unless we get into a conversation that we're using profanity to kind of get around a point. But other than that, man, people know I don't use. Y'all never heard me use profanity, unless you heard me back in the day when I first started my YouTube videos. I was doing it a little bit. But man, I'm not a profane guy. My mom didn't teach me profanity. See what I'm saying? DJ World, what's going on, baby? So I'm not really talking about Franks, man. I'm talking about my gig. But you can check out the video later. Cause I gotta get ready to bounce. I gotta drop some shoes off at the shoe joint and get them taken care of. I can't do it during the day. So my point is, I'm rambling, but I'm trying to make a point. You might be at a job that your manager gets on your nerves, or you might have double standards for you, and then other people, they let people get away with stuff. You got people in positions that just want to have power. No matter what they can do, they just want to have power. They want to be able to say something to you so they can put you in check. Man, I just ignore them people. I just keep it flowing. I stay by myself. I be by myself. I walk by myself. I talk by myself. Because the only thing I'm worrying about is when I retire, me making music, making albums, and being a Grammy member. That's what I think about. All this other foolishness that goes on around my job from other people who be tripping, who be hating. I ain't got time for that, dog. I got a new car. Some people, yeah, I like your car. Some people act like it's invisible. It don't make a difference. I didn't buy that car to bring it to work to let everybody see the car. I parked that car the same place I parked that X3, which I did not even like that freaking SUV. I parked the same way I've been parking any car I've ever had. I don't park. I don't go put my car in front of people. People get new cars, man, even retired people. They come in front of the job. They want everybody to look in it and show it off and blah, blah, blah. I ain't never been like that. Yo, my car, you know what my car is? My show off is right back there in that studio. That's where I show off at. I show off on the keyboards. I show off when I go out and entertain people. That's where I show off at. My life has never been a life of simplicity. I've liked challenges, always have. From going in the Navy to driving other people's cars. Driving trains, subs, L's, buses, trolleys. Never get enough. Collect guns, I collect basses, I collect guitars, I collect the ladies. No, I'm just kidding, I don't collect no ladies. But whatever it is, man, don't be a one-trick pony, man. You know what I mean? I got my homies, man, who really high, man. They do other things besides that. They don't just come to work, blah, 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 blah. No, he's still doing what he do. He's doing his thing on the side. He's still making it pop. My boy who had to retire before he got fired, still doing his thing on the side. And I pray he does well in his next endeavor. Man, the culture of this job where I work at, man, has really changed. There's a whole bunch of insecure people, some in management, that when they used to be peons, everything used to be and now that they're managers, everything is my. We got people unqualified. We got management that should be trying to qualify people at a particular position called the tower that don't even know what's going on in a place that they control tracks for. They never even been down to the freaking yard, but they in the tower just running their mouth all day, blah, 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 all day, running their mouth. Okay, mostly females. I ain't got nothing against females. If you know your job, Karen Bell was the best tower person, operator, yard person, manager, train dispatcher, manager of the train dispatchers. Heaven rest my girl's soul. I still got a picture right back there in my studio. Let me show it to you. The greatest SEPTA employee ever in all ways. She taught me. She taught me well. And if these managers ever want to have respect for me, you got to be like Miss Karen Bell. The best manager ever. The only manager. Well, I do like my homies too. My brothers from another mother, they great managers too. Because they don't go around minding people's business. They don't go around trying to make trouble for anybody. They just try to be a motivator. I miss you, babe. Love you, babe. I'm out.